broken the machine downstairs.
Council will come to order. If we would all please rise, we will be led in prayer by Alderman Nash.
Almighty God, we ask for your blessing upon the members of this council as we assemble here in this chamber to conduct the ongoing business of our city. With your guidance, we will strive to ensure that all our decisions are for the common good, and your inspiration will instill respect, compassion, thoughtfulness in all of our deliberations. Give us the strength and wisdom to lead by example as the people's representatives, and that peace and harmony will mark all our proceedings and keep us faithful to the trust placed in us by the citizens of our community. Amen.
Amen. President Pro Tem Mark Betancourt, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. I'd move for the adoption of the minutes of February 3rd and 18th. It says such a motion. Alderman Wilson, seconded by Alderwoman Miles. Is there discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? It is unanimous. The vote is 7-0.
Petitions and communications. Letter of resignation of C. Scott Leonard from the Historic District Commission.
Entertain a motion, please, to accept the communication and extend our thanks to Mr. Learn for all these years of service. Alderman Nash, second by Alderwoman Gould. Is there discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? It's unanimous. The vote is 7-0.
Letter of resignation of Les King from the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Again, entertain a motion to accept this communication and again extend our thanks to Mr. Les King. As we all know, he serves on many boards and commissions. Is there such a motion? Alderwoman Miles, second. Alderwoman Gould. Is there discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Unanimous. The vote is 7-0.
City Manager's report.
Thank you. This is the City Manager's report for March 2nd, 2020. I attended the monthly Southeastern Connecticut Council of Governments and the monthly Southeastern Connecticut Transit meetings and the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities meeting on property tax reform, which had two very interesting presentations. I also met with the fire chiefs to discuss items including and regarding the upcoming budget and apparatus replacement schedule. I have forwarded the notes to the council from the goal-setting session that was held on February 8th regarding the progress of last year's goals and objectives. The mayor and I met with the facilitator, and we are planning to have a follow-up meeting on Thursday, March 19th. That'll be in the evening, I believe. Details will follow once confirmed. The mayor and I had a conference call with representatives from the city of Lowell, Massachusetts, who have a minor league baseball team, and we offered our support to one another to save our teams from elimination from the major league affiliation. The Community Development Office has held 2 community meetings to gather information for the preparation of the 5-year consolidated plan. A meeting for the community is scheduled for March 9th. For more information or to register, call the Community Development Office directly at 860-823-3770, and you can find the number in the town's webpage. The city is looking for a poet laureate through a partnership with Norwich Creates. A press release has been posted on the city's Facebook page and various other locations. Interested applicants can contact Julie Menders at Otis Library for more information. My assistant, Jackie Barbarossa, Mayor Secretary Bonnie Kruprick, and Human Services Director Lee Ann Gomes met regarding the city's participation in the 2020 census. Lee Ann is the city's liaison for the 2020 Complete Count Committee. The city will be encouraging its residents to respond in a timely manner through posters, flyers, handouts, Facebook posts, etc. I also want to thank you to Dime Bank for their contributions for the banners, Every One Counts, that will hang in various city locations. The census starts March 12th and can be completed online, by phone, or by mail. I encourage all residents to apply as soon as they can. Thank you to the Norwich Events Organization sponsors and volunteers for the 7th Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade and Festival that was held on Sunday, March 1st. The downtown was filled with people of all ages who enjoyed the festivities. Also attached is a treasurer's report from Mike Gualtieri for the quarter ending December 31st, 2019, for your review. That completes my report for this evening.
Thank you. Are there questions of the city manager? Yes, Alderman Nash.
I have a comment and a question. I just wanted to talk about the St. Patty's Day. I work at the Coast Guard Academy, and unfortunately, I couldn't make it because I had to work that day. But today, when I was at work, several of the individuals I work with came to the parade and said it was absolutely outstanding. They had the best time. They had little kids, and I just want to let you know that that parade goes outside of Norwich. These are guys that live out in the Groton area and the New London area, and they said they had an awesome time visiting our city, and I just want to thank everyone, and sorry I missed it. Second, I just wanted to ask the city manager about the fire chiefs meetings. How are we doing with that survey and the study that we're doing?
It was a good meeting. We're progressing with the next phase, and we're going to divvy up some of the work with some of the specific chiefs on it.
Thank you, sir.
Other questions? Yes, Alderman Wilson.
Regarding the 2020 census, I just wanted to know, is there kind of like an overall strategic strategy or plan to make sure that we maximize on making sure individuals are counted? And is it, if so, is there any way to make it available for all of the council?
Our committee is focusing on what I would have to describe as the areas of deficit. 10 years ago, we did not have a 2020 committee. This year we do. We understand the areas where the largest shortage of those people registering for the census are located. It's areas of high rental income properties, for example, and we're working to see that those numbers come up. We also recognize that the second population, besides renters, is the youngest people in our community, the really small children. Sometimes they're overlooked or not even registered even by their own family members. So we're working on that as well. As in the report, it talks about some banners going up, courtesy and generosity of the Dime Bank. There'll be other banners going up, generosity of Hartford Healthcare through Backus Hospital. They've agreed to help assist us in that manner as well. Just for the record, it begins March 12th, when everyone will be receiving that large letter. We encourage everyone to fill it out and send it back. Following that, there will be, and you can also register online. I don't want to miss that point. Online is the easiest way to register. People should use the online service. Following that, the areas where registration has not been returned, people are being hired to canvass the areas and knock on doors. I want everyone to understand that it is safe, that it is secure. When you register, your information is shared with no one. It's against federal law to do that. So again, I want to encourage everyone to do that. I've also been working with NPU in the newsletter that goes out the next time to all the ratepayers. There will be a column about the census that is being included in the next newsletter and the one that I believe comes out in July as well. The census ends July 31st. After that, you cannot register. There is a lot at stake. It's basically $2,900 per head to the state of Connecticut, and that is calculated through all the federal programs that drive dollars here, whether it's for education or other items. So it's very important that everyone register with the census. Our city, about 70% of the people living here 10 years ago registered for the census. We've got to bring that number up, and I thank you, Alderman Wilson, for raising the issue. So you have other questions?
No, just the only thing I just wanted to make sure, I thank you for all the information, is just, maybe an email or something with kind of the detail of what they plan to do.
Absolutely.
And also maybe some recommendations on ways we can help. I do recognize that that is a huge driver of what we get here in the city. And with having some of those areas that we don't normally get to fill out the census, I think just knowing what the game plan is and the timetable to execute it is important, knowing the window of this census. So that's all.
Thank you. We're also networking with many of the stakeholders, such as TVCCA. They're part of the committee, UCFS and so forth, and many others. We're trying to not have any stone not turned, reaching out across the whole city. Thank you very much. Is there other questions of the city manager? Yes, Alderman Nash.
I'm sorry, I hate to do it twice, but on the treasurer's report, maybe Josh can answer it, I don't know, but I have noticed a lot of times when we get these that the Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank is always yellow or red, and I was just wondering what that means.
Not having it in front of me, I think what it means is the ratio of the deposits that we have in Eastern Federal Savings compared to their, it's a measure of total bank capital. So the goal is to keep it at 75% or less. So, Mike monitors that, Mike Gualtieri monitors that very closely and adjusts accordingly.
Okay, I was just wondering, because it just seems like it's always red or yellow when you give us these, and I didn't know why.
Thank you, Alderman Talusha.
Yes, matter of fact, the last time the treasurer we had this report, the treasurer was here, we asked that same question, and that is exactly what the issue is. It's just a tickler to say, we need to keep an eye on this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Welcome.
Citizen comment on resolutions?
I declare citizen comment resolutions open. The one person signed up is Mr. Marvin Cerruto.
Marvin Cerruto, 100 Star Street, Norwich, Connecticut, United States of America. And thank you for yesterday. As a veteran, we were very much appreciated, and we appreciated that in return. And we also know the importance of the census. I just wanted to speak to resolution number 4. Larry Rice is a good friend of mine. Wanted to speak on his behalf. I've known him since high school. Knew him when he was a police officer and as a fellow parishioner also. But I've always known him to be tried and true, and would like to see him appointed to the Board of Appeals. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else like to address us on resolutions before the council this evening? That are on the agenda tonight.
Oh, I didn't get the agenda.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Hi, Mark Perkins, 81 Lawler Lane. Honorable Mayor and older persons of the council, my name is Mark Perkins, and I serve as the Chief Operator for the Countryside Drive Association's Community Well, Community Water System, Connecticut 1040061. As we know, the association is working with NPU to convert to city water. Recently, it was found that Article 6, Chapter 21 of the Norwich Code of Ordinances would not allow the cost of the project to be divided among 17 households, and the new ordinance before you tonight will allow that. So therefore, did I paraphrase that right? Attorney Driscoll?
Yes, tonight is the first read for the ordinance. We'll actually take it up in 2 weeks.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Well, therefore, as I'm authorized tonight to speak for the Board of Directors, I'm asking you to approve this ordinance and speaking in favor of it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else on resolutions?
So I have to state my name and address, right? My name is Zakia Wright. You want my home address?
Please.
2350 Gold Star Highway, Mystic, Connecticut, 06355. I don't know if you need the zip code. So I'm a new business in Norwich as of this past Sunday. I have a jewelry store on Franklin Avenue. You mentioned something about the parade yesterday. I know it's not on resolutions, but I just wanted to say, as new small business, I didn't have one single individual parading down Franklin stop into my store. So I'm just wondering if the mayor has any suggestions as a small business, especially a minority woman business, to be able to get people to come into the business, because businesses lower taxes, and I want to definitely be a thriving business in Norwich. So it would be great to get any kind of idea as to, I don't know, I would have loved to have gifts, goodie bags available for people, things like that, but as a new business struggling to make my rent and to be able to be sustained, I couldn't even afford that. So do you have any suggestions for me as a small business?
Can I meet with you at the end of this meeting
Sure, I
briefly?
appreciate
We'll
it.
set up an appointment.
Thank you.
Most happy to.
Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak on the resolutions on the agenda? Anyone else on the resolutions on the agenda? Third and final time, anyone else on the resolution? Seeing no one else, I declare citizen comment closed, and we thank you for sharing your comments and concerns.
New business resolutions. 1, relative to the sale of beer and wine at Rock the Docks 2020 at Howard T. Brown Park and Rocking the Green on the Norwich Town Green Concert Series.
Entertain a motion, please, to bring this forward. Alderman Nash, second. Alderwoman Miles. Is there discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? It's unanimous. The vote is 7-0.
Resolution number 2, relative to an appointment to Uncas Health District.
Motion, please, to bring this forward. Alderwoman Gould, second. Alderman Wilson. Is there discussion? Yes, Alderman Wilson.
I just think this excellent appointment. I think he brings a wealth of knowledge, and having been on other commissions here in the city, I think this is an excellent appointment. So,
Thank you.
congratulations.
For the public's edification, the gentleman being appointed is Mr. Shane Roberts. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion passes. The vote is 7-0.
Resolution number 3, relative to the reappointment to Board of Public Utilities Commissioners, Sewer Authority.
Motion, please, to bring this forward. Alderman Nash, second. Alderwoman Miles. Is there discussion? Yes, Alderwoman Gould.
I would just like to thank Michael Goldblatt for, number one, being willing to serve again as a commissioner. He brings a wealth of knowledge to the Utilities Commission, and I am thrilled to vote in favor of resolution number 3 this evening.
Thank you. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? It's unanimous. The vote is 7-0.
Resolution number 4, relative to appointments to the Board of Assessment Appeals.
Motion, please, to bring this forward. Alderwoman Miles, second. President Pro Tem Bettencourt. Is there discussion? Yes, Alderwoman Gould.
I would like to thank Mr. Riley for his years of service to the Board of Assessment Appeals, and thank Larry Rice for, he served as a temporary member during our reevaluation, and now he is going to be serving as a regular member, and I want to thank them for their willingness to serve on boards and commissions here in the city of Norwich.
Thank you. Is there further comment? Yes, Alderman Bettencourt.
I'll echo those comments, but also I did get a chance to speak to Mr. Riley a couple times on the phone. He was delightful. And Larry, of course, a retired police officer here in town, and I'm sure will do an excellent job.
Thank you, sir. Is there further comment? Seeing none, all those in favor? Unanimous. The vote is 7-0.
Resolution number 5, relative to a reappointment of a regular member to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Motion, please, bring this forward. Alderwoman Miles, second. Alderman Nash. Is there discussion? For members of the public, the person being reappointed as a regular member is Dorothy Travers. All those in favor? It's unanimous. Vote is 7-0.
Resolution number 6, relative to a reappointment to Personnel and Pension Board.
Motion to bring this forward. Alderman Wilson, second. Alderman Nash. Is there discussion? Yes, Alderman Wilson.
I think, again, this is for those that don't know, it's Ms. Sheila Hayes. I think she brings a wealth of knowledge, having given so much to this community, and continues to be a great asset, I think, to this board.
Thank you. Is there further discussion? Yes, Alderman Bettencourt.
I'll say I had to think about this for about a tenth of a second. I think And the fact of the matter is, I've known Sheila since I was first involved with city government, and I would have to call her a little pushy on occasion in the right kind of ways. But she's definitely been she's been in my ear on several matters over the years, and I certainly appreciate the things she has to say to me, and I listen to her when she tells me stuff. So I'm glad she wants to continue to serve, and I look forward to seeing her.
Thank you. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? It's unanimous, vote of 7-0.
Resolution 7, relative to the reallocation of funding in the Capital Improvement Fund.
Motion, please, to bring this on the floor. Alderwoman Miles, is there a second? Alderwoman Gould, is there discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? It's unanimous, vote is 7-0.
New business ordinance number 1, an ordinance amending Article 6 of Chapter 21 of the Norwich Code of Ordinances by adding sections 21-135, 21-136, and 21-137 relative to the extension of a water main and other improvements to surface properties in the city of Norwich, including, but not limited to, properties within the Countryside Drive Association, and provisions for the laying of assessments, entering into written agreements regarding such improvements, and the payment, collection, and assessment liens regarding the same.
Thank you. Entertain a motion to schedule for public hearing, the date being March 16th, and also waive the full text and reading at this time. Is there such a motion? Alderman Wilson, second by Alderman Nash. All those in favor? It's unanimous. It is scheduled for March 16th.
I hereby move pursuant to Connecticut General Statute, Section 1-200, subsection 6, that the members of the Norwich City Council go into an executive session to discuss the acquisition of real estate or interest in real estate when publicly regarding the site, purchase, or construction would adversely impact the price of the same, to review preliminary drafts of proposals concerning the development and use of the property, and to review draft engineering or feasibility estimates and evaluations, including prospective public supply, the council having determined that the public interest in withholding such clearly outweighs the public interest in disclosure, as well as to review commercial or financial information given in confidence not required by statute. City Manager John Salamone, Finance Director Josh Pothier, Corporate Counsel Michael E. Driscoll, Chair of the Board of Commissioners of Norwich Public Utilities Robert Staley, Jeff Brining, Customer Service Division Manager of Norwich Public Utilities, Mark Black, Counsel for Norwich Community Development Agency, Robert Mills, President of the Norwich Community Development Agency, State Senator Kathy Austin, Thomas Quinn, Chase Quinn, and William DiBella shall be asked to participate during all or portions of this executive session at the request of the City Council.
Second to the motion, please. Alderman Nash. All those in favor of executive session? Thank you. Room 319, please. We'll find out.